You having a good day so far?
Very good, yes.
Fantastic. Prior to Rampage, what was your favourite movie monster of all time?
Well, I like Jurassic Park, so
Okay.
that would be my favourite movie. I'm not sure which of the dinosaurs, but that
They're
whole movie is
they're all
pretty darn
good.
great.
They're all good.
Yeah.
What is it about The Rock that draws people to want to work with him? Because I've asked everyone, and everyone has just universally fantastic things to say. So if you have anything negative to say, now is the time to say it about
I
The
don't
Rock.
have anything negative
No
to
one
say
does.
at all. No, he's really phenomenal. He's so generous as an actor. For instance, lots of the moments that ended up on screen weren't in the script at all. So the moment when I punch Marlon Ackerman, the baddie, in the face, that was Dwayne's idea, because he said, I think Kate could be really badass in this moment and she could do this. Or the moment when I smashed through the glass door, that was also Dwayne's idea. And most actors, they want to hog the limelight for themselves, but Dwayne's like super generous and he's like, I want to allow everybody to have their moment. So
That's fantastic.
nothing bad from me, I'm afraid.
That's what he does seem like the world's nicest man.
He is,
So
yeah.
speaking of kick-ass, when you sign on for a film like this, do you know you're pretty much going to be put to the gauntlet, because it's going to be a pretty physical endurance test for you?
Well, do you know what? That's interesting, because I did actually think it was going to be a physical endurance test for me. And so, like, I got a trainer. I trained up with the trainer beforehand. I was super excited. And then, actually, there wasn't really, if you think about it, there's not really much in terms of those kind of stunts in the movie. There's not much running and jumping and all that kind of stuff. It's mainly green screen stuff.
Oh, right.
So it's kind of acting in with things that don't exist. And that's a challenge in and of itself. Like, I've never really done that before. So I had to kind of learn a completely new skill set for that.
Because your plane sequence looks pretty fantastic on the big
Yes.
screen. And
Yeah.
I was wondering whether they, did the whole tilting thing and made
Well,
you
we
want to
did-
jump around the place and stuff.
That we did a tilted plane, and we were strung up from the ceiling by ropes and flung from one side of the plane to the other with a wind machine. So yes, that did require some stunt work. Yeah.
So that was your big stunt. It
That
looked
was my big
fantastic though.
stunt.
So
Yeah, it was worth it. I mean, I got hit in the face by a chair,
Oh, God.
which became loose, so that wasn't great, I have to say, but worth it when you see the movie, right?
Yes.
And they kept the shot in, so
Did
there
they?
you go.
That's a
Yes.
reason enough to go see it a second time to see if we can spot that single frame. You, as you mentioned there, it was a whole new learning process with the green screen and everything. And you have to do it again for Mowgli, I believe, is it?
Mowgli was very different, though. Mowgli was interacting with fellow actors who were all pretending to be various animals with a motion capture camera on my head. So we created the reality amongst ourselves. So it felt more like being in the playground or being back at drama school or something like that. Whereas this kind of green screen work was acting with literally nothing except tennis balls.
Right. And how was the tennis ball as an actor?
The tennis ball wasn't great. He wasn't giving very much.
He
It wasn't
wasn't
very
The Rock.
emotive.
He didn't give those scenes that you needed.
No, he really didn't. He wasn't giving me my moment at all.
Looking forward a bit, I'm not entirely certain, but you might be reuniting with Danny Boyle.
Well, this is what I hear.
Yeah?
It's very exciting.
It's very
I
exciting.
really hope this happens.
Because that was I think that was my first exposure to your work, was 28 Days Later.
Well, it was my first exposure to my work. So it was my first film.
Well,
so,
fantastic.
yeah.
So I seen it chronologically then, so that helps a lot
Yes,
in your CV.
yeah.
And you're just fantastic in it, and I'm
Thank
so happy to see the two of you working together
I
again.
know, it'd be amazing.
But the reason I bring it up is because 28 Days Later also starred Cillian Murphy, a fellow Irishman.
Yes.
And there's been a lot of talk
Yeah.
about Cillian maybe taking over from Daniel once Daniel's...
Do you know what? I've never heard that idea.
Apparently they've stopped... The bookies have stopped taking bets on Cillian perhaps replacing him.
No way.
So how would you feel about that?
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Danny and Cillian.
Yeah, and you, obviously.
What?
Could you see Cillian
Reunion.
as a... How would you feel
I
about
could
Cillian
totally
as
see
a
that.
James Bond? You'd see
Totally see it. Totally buying that.
He
100%.
would do all the stunts and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, I've never seen him do stunts, though, to be honest.
Well,
Is
neither
he
of
good
you.
at
And
stunts?
look at you,
Well,
throwing
that's
yourself
true.
around the plane.
That's true.
That could be
Yeah,
Cillian in the
that's
next
true.
Bond movie.
Yeah, exactly. Being hit by chairs as well. I mean, it's a lot to look forward to for Cillian.
I do look forward to seeing Cillian Murphy being hit in the face with the
I am not seconding that.
Well, everyone heard you. That's what you said. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
You have to evacuate Chicago. George didn't ask for this. They're gonna put him down. That's not happening.